Good morning, all. In this video, I'm going to take the session Risk Exposure, Emergency, Crisis, Resilience, and Disaster Management Cycle. As I already explained, hazard. It can be defined as a dangerous phenomenon, substance, human activity, or condition that may cause loss of life, injury, or other health impacts, property damage, social and economic disruption, or environmental damage. Disaster risk is a measure of the expected losses due to a hazard event occurring in a given area over a specific time period. It means it is expressed as the likelihood of loss of life, injury, or destruction and damage from a disaster in a given period of time. The disaster risk factors include poverty and inequality, climate change and variability, lack of disaster risk, concentrations in land management, environmental and natural resource management, and also unplanned and rapid urbanization. It's a function of the probability of particular hazardous event and the losses which would cause. The risk from a natural hazard is determined by combining three components such as hazard, exposure, and vulnerability. It means the level of risk depends upon nature of the hazard, vulnerability of the elements which are affected, and economic value of those elements. A community or locality is said to be at risk when it is exposed to hazards and is likely to be adversely affected by its impact. Disaster management includes all measures which reduce disaster related loss of life, property, or assets by either reducing the hazard or vulnerability of the elements at risk. Disaster preparedness refers to measures taken to prepare for and reduce the effects of disasters, that is, to predict and, where possible, prevent disasters, mitigate their impact on vulnerable populations, and respond to and effectively cope with their consequences. It includes the formulation of viable emergency plan, the development of warning systems, and the maintenance of inventories and the training of personnel. It provides a platform to design effective, realistic, and coordinated planning, reduces duplication of efforts, and increase the overall effectiveness of national societies, household, and community members' disaster preparedness. Disaster preparedness activities embedded with risk reduction measures can prevent disaster situations and also result in saving maximum lives and livelihoods during any disaster situation, enabling the affected population to get back to normalcy within a short time period. Mitigation is defined as sustained action that reduces or eliminates long term risk to people and property from natural hazards and their effects. It describes the ongoing effort at the federal, state, local, and individual levels to lessen the impact of disasters upon our families, homes, communities, and economy. It embraces measures taken to reduce both the effect of hazard and the vulnerable conditions to it in order to reduce the scale of a future disaster. It refers to all action taken before a disaster to reduce its impact. Mitigation activities fall broadly into two categories: structural mitigation and non structural mitigation. Structural mitigation involves the construction projects which reduce economic and social impacts, and in non structural mitigation involve the policies and practices which raise awareness of hazards or encourage developments to reduce the impact of a disaster. Mitigation activities include vulnerability analysis updates, zoning and land use management and planning, and also implementing preventative health measures. And next is exposure. It is defined as the situation of people, infrastructure, housing, production capacities, and other tangible human assets located in hazard prone areas. Disaster risk reduction strategies and policies define goals and objectives across different timescales with concrete targets, indicators, and timeframes. The presence and number of people, property, livelihoods, systems, or other elements in a hazard area is known as exposure. One of the example, when you are outside for too long in the winter and get sick. This is the example of exposure. Means it is defined as the state of being in contact with something, or is defined as a condition that can develop from being subject to bad weather. The location, attributes, and the value of assets that are important to communities, such as people, buildings, factories, farmland, etc., and that could be affected by a hazard. Vulnerability means the likelihood that assets will be damaged or destroyed or affected when exposed to a hazard. In other words, it refers to people, property, system, or other elements present in a hazard zone that are thereby subject to potential losses. Exposure is a necessary but not sufficient determinant of risk. It is possible to be exposed but not vulnerable. For example, by living in a floodplain but having sufficient means to modify building structure and behavior to mitigate potential loss. However, to be vulnerable to an extreme event, it is necessary to also be exposed. Next, emergency. A state in which normal procedures are suspended and extraordinary measures are taken in order to avert a disaster. It's a disruption of the functioning of society, causing human, material, or environmental damages and losses which do not exceed the ability of the affected society to cope using only its own resources. Preparedness for emergencies include a range of activities that require the allocation of resources, human and financial, and the support of agencies to ensure a coordinated and well-planned approach. Preparedness take many forms, including planning, training, exercising, and purchase of infrastructure, and the development and implementation of programs. Emergency is a situation in which normal operations cannot continue and immediate action is required so as to prevent a disaster. Example, forest fire, oil spills, road accidents, outbreak of epidemics, etc. First of all, response phase. The set of activities implemented after the impact of a disaster in order to assess the needs, reduce the suffering, limit the spread and the consequences of disaster, and open the way to rehabilitation. In rehabilitation phase, the restoration of basic social functions, where basic services and lifelines are restored, even on temporary basis, including the road network and other essential facilities, including bridges, airports, ports. And in recovery phase, where reconstruction efforts are carried out on the basis of a more precise assessment of damage and restriction of infrastructure. In addition, efforts are conducted to reconstruct infrastructure when needed and to restore the livelihoods of those affected. Next is crisis. A crisis is any event or period that will lead or may lead to be an unstable and dangerous situation affecting an individual, group, or all of society. Crises are negative changes in the human or environmental affairs, especially when they occur abruptly with little or no warning. It's any event that is going to lead to an unstable and dangerous situation affecting an individual, group, community, or whole society.